We are demolding some swim baits tonight, and we're going to reveal them to you. And then we need to do eyeballs, right? So this is the lonely life of a bait maker, sitting out here on a Friday night. I could be doing fun things. Y'all know me, party animal. Could be out doing all that, but instead we're out here. So let me know if the connection's okay. Yeah. So, let's take a look at what we've got tonight. Yeah. Sort of a orange belly sunfish on the menu. But a little bit different version than I normally do. Looks like we got some people in here. Let me know if you can hear me and see me okay. I don't have my Wi-Fi booster on. So sometimes the signal gets a little muddy. Let me look. Yeah, it looks okay at the moment. James asks, how's it going, Mr. Jones? Finally made it to a live. Hey, okay. Let me just turn Wi-Fi off. We're just gonna go on phone signal. Let me know if it sucks. If it sucks, I can go turn on my Wi-Fi extender and then come back. You know what? I might go plug it in anyway. It only takes just a second. But yeah, this is what we're working on. Be right back. Howdy from Amish Paradise. Okay. What's going on? Yeah, I'll give it a minute and then switch it back over to the boosted Wi-Fi. So let me know if you guys can see me and hear me okay. We have some pretty cool worms that I also want to show you that we did recently. Look at that. Pretty neat. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So Amish country would be Pennsylvania, right? Okay. Very good. Very good. Yeah, these are sweet. Let me see if I can just pick up the whole stack. You know what? I'm not going to be able to. It's going to be messy. Let me see if I can do it. I've actually got a few worms on the table. Hey, Chuck. Thank you so much, man. Yeah. Sort of a whole little collection there. It's sort of like a butterscotch. Okay, all right. So as long as the video quality's good, then yeah, sort of a butterscotch color with some siren scales. Yeah, really cool. That is sort of a laminate of Dead on Plastics Amber and Dead on Plastics. What was it? Probably yellow and orange. Yeah. So if we look really close, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. It's actually a laminate. Yeah. So most of the siren scales are in that top color. Yingling Country, okay. Yeah, amber is a great color from Dead on Plastics, and it's a little bit slept on, which is why I did a video on it about a year ago. It's fantastic. So yeah, this is what we're working on tonight. All right, we got to demold 10 of these and put eyeballs on them. Yeah. So, let's get to it. We got a whole stack of them here. Let's see if this one turned out. Okay, I like it. Did it fill in the nose? Yeah, that's good. That's always my problem spot, is if you think about, right, layering colors, okay? So we have all these pucks left over, right, from tonight's pour. You start to run out of room, right, in the nose of a bait, and your capsule and all your skin pore layers can kind of get in the way of the natural flow of your actual body plastic. So yeah, we're just kind of opening these up, hoping that they worked out. And let me know if y'all want to see a drum roll. I'll do it live. Yeah, that looks really good. Yeah, there's another one. Yeah. Sweet pea, we are demolding a set of orange belly sunfish, but I did them a little bit differently. I really scaled back the saturation of the colors and the opaqueness. Evening, Scott. How are you? Okay, we'll do a drum roll. I need to find a surface that isn't so loud. These are the G6 molds, so it's 6-inch. Yes. Bloodline Baits, what's going on, man? Yes. Welcome to World's Worst Fishing Live, where we're going to do some drum lessons and look at some baits. We got to put, we got to put eyes on them. Let's see. I don't want to wake the whole house up. Not that my kids are asleep. You know what? We'll just do it. We'll just do it. Okay, drum roll, please. We always do it traditional grip on camera. Yeah, I used to do all these all these stick tricks back in the day. So Johnny Morris bio baits, I have no idea what you're talking about. If you're talking about remelting production baits, if they're plastisol based, then yeah, sure, you can remelt them, absolutely, all day long. If they're TPE, then no. Ooh. Got a little bit of a crack in the face, but I think I can fix that one. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna need heat stabilizer when remelting production plastic. I actually, this may be a throwaway bait. I don't know. Check it out and see. I actually had a good talk with Don Rollins yesterday, who is like the owner and founder of Lure Works, which they do most of their business through their parent company, Color Technologies, and we were talking about the differences in plastisol made for the tabletop bait maker using a microwave versus production plastic that goes through a machine and only needs to go through a heat exchanger one time. It doesn't really need heat stabilizers. It doesn't need all of the qualities that the garage tabletop bait maker needs. Just the differences in the two products, because they had just released a new Porosol. And so we were talking about that yesterday. So it's interesting, the two worlds, right? The plastic that's probably in those Johnny Morris Bass Pro Shop baits is production plastic, meaning it's much cheaper plastic because it doesn't have to go through the process, that we use. It goes through a heat exchanger and an injection machine one time. It gets hot for only a few seconds, and then it's in the molds and gone. So very different materials for very different purposes. And so LureWorks, most of their volume of business is to the production market, not little guys like us. So guys, 50 people in here, all right. How many of y'all saw our latest video where we did that color match, the 3-layer color match of that crawfish? That was crazy. Johnny Sweet asks a very important question. Is my hair graying? Yes, it is. Yep, before long, I will not be a ginger anymore. Ugh. Y'all see this? Little tiny air pocket right there in the nose. Oh, man. Oh, that makes me so sad. I don't know if I can salvage that one. Oh. Gonna have to set this one aside, folks. This whole thing gone because of that. What is the best open pour mold for someone who just started open pour baits? What's your favorite kind of bait? That's really the only question you gotta ask. All right, so far we've gotten 3 out of 4. We'll keep going here. Chris Cottrell's in the house. Hey man, someone was looking for a Mondo injector today. Someone was looking for a Mondo injector in one of the groups. The Dead On group, actually. So I told them to reach out to you. So tonight is your traditional old-fashioned. So it's the whiskey of your choice. Oh, good, Chris. Good, very good. Yep. A lot of people, you know, they want to go buy a 20-ounce Into or something, and I'm like, no. If you want to get the real deal, you got to get the Chris Cottrell Mondo injector. There's nothing like them. Yeah, so this is whiskey. So I like to use Canadian whiskey. A lot of people like a Kentucky bourbon. You throw in a little bit of bitters, simple syrup, a cherry, and then you're supposed to put a piece of orange peel in there. I didn't have any oranges. Collect a few pounds of soft pot. Yeah. I think this bait worked, guys. Yep, that one's good. Ever fished Cherry Lake, Madison, Florida? No, I have not. Man, I would love to though. I see a lot of good fish caught out there. It's just if I'm gonna drive an hour out of town to go fishing, I'm gonna go to Lake Seminole. That's just kind of where I like to go if I'm gonna like do a out of town trip. Yeah. Okay, so we have someone in here struggling to speak English. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you're asking, but take your time. We'll figure it out. You bought a crappie slayer. What's the best way to melt? Are you talking about remelting your baits? So like whenever you have leftovers? Let me know if that's what you're asking. I think that's what you're asking. Yeah, Vet. These are the G6s. Here's what we've got tonight. The best way to remelt pucks is Grab your Pyrex, cut them up into little chunks. Little chunks. Looks like a pumpkin. Little chunks. Throw that in at like 45 to 30-second increments and remelt slowly. Yeah. My favorite lake to fish around the Tallahassee area is probably Lake Iamonia. The best fishing around here is usually Seminole, sometimes Lake Miccosukee, actually. Okay, so pick up old baits on the bank and want to melt them. Yeah, same thing. You just gotta melt them. You gotta remelt production plastic really slow. It burns so easy. So, you know, you gotta remember baits that you find on the bank or production baits, they're not made with plastisols that are really meant for reheat cycles. So, really, you got to start buying heat stabilizer. Ammonia is a lot like Miccosukee. I call it the lily pad farm. There's a lot of lily pads out there. Yeah, but that's where my personal best came from. So it can be done. There was a 29-pound bag win a local tournament on Iamonia this year that had a 9-pounder in it. Bartow, Florida. You know, I've got family in Winter Haven, right next door. Yep. My biggest Iamonia bass was a fat, beautiful, healthy 11-pounder. And I may never top that, even living in Florida. Big bass just don't come easy. Not for me, they don't. Yeah, all right. So what I like to do, you can't really see it, but I'm taking these out of the molds and I'm gonna lay them out flat. And then we're gonna burn off the flashing. What is the best glitter size? Really, it's 2 glitter sizes. You need 0.015 and 0.035. I will show you exactly what I mean by the flashing. Let's open up another mold. So, okay, this one didn't really do it. So a lot of times with open pouring, the tolerances on the hook slot insert are less than that of the tolerances of the actual 2 plates meeting together. And so when you're pouring on preheated molds, a lot of times that belly plastic will kind of flow down onto this hook slot and you've got to get it off, right? Let's see if it's on the other side. Okay. Yeah, you're going to have a hard time seeing it. There's a little line here. I'll show you. I'll show you how I do it. I just take my thumbnail and I go along the bottom edge. All right? See, I'm getting plastic off. These are little details. Okay, see that? We're just going to keep going. We're basically just going to take all that extra plastic off to clean up that bottom edge. And then the way to ultimately clean it up is this right here, all right? I got a little bit left. See that? This little tab. Just going to pluck that right off. And then what I'm going to do... Hi, this person says, hi, Chris. Hey, how are you? All right. Don't forget the frog color match. I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Guys, 63 people in here. Hit the thumbs up. Drop a super chat. Okay. So, you've got a beautiful open pour bait, right? But you want to clean that hook slot edge up just a little bit more, right? Just a wee bit more. You'll probably see this in a lot of YouTube videos if you watch other guys open pour. But this is something that we've been doing a long time. This is the MVP of every bait maker's shop. Old heat gun. Can also be a blow dryer. I'm totally kidding. Don't do that. Oh yeah, it's good and hot. I'm just gonna lightly melt away those edges. And now the bottom edge is perfectly smooth. Perfectly smooth. Is the ramp good enough to where I could get in with a 20-foot? Nope, ammonia's low. It's low, man. Don't go out there right now. I hit bottom loading the nitro at the Bull Headley ramp. Now the other ramp, yeah, you might could get a boat in, but you can't really go nowhere. It's bad how low it is right now. Yeah. So yeah, now this bait is perfect. It has a very, very clean hook slot. Tonight we are drinking a very traditional old-fashioned. Yeah, let's move it on. Only got a few more left to open. We need a lot more rain, man, and it rained a lot today. It's never enough. And another little tip for you guys, right? If you're ever unhappy with your top edge, right? Maybe your top edge, no laundry noise. Maybe your top edge has, you know, just a few little overpours or imperfections. Same thing. Same thing. Hit it with that heat gun and melt your problems away. Bloodline baits, it ain't what you think it is. Now, if I lived on like Kissimmee, okay, maybe you got, I don't know if I need snow. But yeah, if I lived on like Kissimmee, that'd be one thing. Hello, DZ Bala, how are you? What company makes a morphine red? Morphine? Like the drug? 510 Herbs, what's going on, man? 75 people in here, but only 33 thumbs up. Y'all hit the thumbs up. N2TW, what's up, man? We are opening up some mega pours tonight, man. Baits and booze. Having a good time. Let's see if this one turned out. My molds are pretty much all exclusively angling AI molds. I have two custom molds. But mold companies are so good nowadays that there are so many options. If you find yourself needing to go custom, then you're probably doing it wrong. There's a lot of great bait molds already available. Anything you can think of, it's there. So yeah, all of my molds tonight are angling AI. Yeah, boy, that one looks good. Last one, like the blue crawbit in red. I don't know what you mean by morphine red. Oh, a morph red? Like a morph color? The only color I know that like has red in it that morphs is like MF motor oil. I'm not sure you can have a morph red. I don't know. You kind of have to study color theory in the color wheel to learn the opposing colors, right, on the color wheel. Because it takes very specific ratios of opposing colors to get a morph effect. So for example, blue craw, like you asked about, I know the exact recipe Travis uses, but it's basically orange and blue, just put together, two colors. But look at the color wheel. Look at where orange is and look at where blue is. They are polar opposites on the color wheel. So as much as we want morph colors to morph to every color that we can think of, yeah, it unfortunately doesn't look like that. Yes, I have used ZTP. I have some right here to make Junebug. It's fantastic. All right, so we got 9 out of 10. Only one had a little boo-boo there in the nose. I'll take it. All right. Now, we got to... Now we got to take him out of the molds. Doesn't Dead on Chameleon have a red to it? Yes, it does, but it's not really a morph. The Dead on Chameleon, to me, is not a morphing color. It might be listed under the morphs. I honestly don't know. But yeah, so like if you think Lureworks Chameleon, you think morph color, right? Because it kind of goes green pumpkin-y brown to purple. The Dead on Chameleon, I don't think is supposed to be a morph. Putting eyeballs on is my least favorite part. It normally is, for me too, unless it's a pour like this with an eye like that. Then it is a pleasure. It's a pleasure. So yeah, we're just kind of cleaning off any flash on these. Yeah. I tell you, the orange throats on these look fantastic. There's a little bit of gold pearl powder in them. That is really making them pop. Putting eyeballs on, yeah. Eyeballs is really tedious if you're doing like a lot of the small ones, you know. But in terms of like when you have like a small set of baits that you think are like really, really nice, I think it's fun to put the eyeballs on. It's kind of like the little cherry on top. And I don't mind it. The only time I hate putting on eyeballs is when they're like the 4mm size. I've been trying to make a natural red craw pattern. Have you looked into a recipe called fire craw? It's normally like a really dark chocolate brown laminated over red, but you need to put a little bit of pearl in the red to really bring it out, and it's really nice. I made some tonight with blue and turquoise. Yeah. Well, Chris, if what are you doing nowadays? If you're not fishing, man. Let's see. Little Weave says, just made my first bait, and your videos made me want to get into bait making. Awesome, man. Glad to hear. Glad we could help. If you ever have questions or run into any roadblocks, as every person does, you can always reach me on Facebook DM or Instagram DM. So you can reach me there. I'm pretty active on those, so you can you can normally talk to me there if you ever want to talk baits. Working, okay, yeah, I get it, man. I get it. Yeah, work has been real busy for me. Real busy. We were fortunate. We got to travel and see some family over Thanksgiving break. That's a tradition I want to keep alive as long as I can. Yeah, really nice tonight. Yeah. You are very accessible. Yeah, yeah. I mostly am. Yeah. So I recently kind of switched over to this. Oops. Yeah, just your Gorilla Glue gel. Basically, you just need any sort of like instant super glue gel though, because the gel won't run all over and you can really control it. Just I can get two of these for less than the price of one squeeze thing of Loctite, and it's pretty much the same, I think. So, oh, the biggest bass caught out of the nitro. Okay, so out of my new boat, the black and blue one. Not huge, probably 6 pounds. Yeah, probably 6 pounds, which is not big for Florida. I have not fished a lot. I've had some really great trips. Um, I have not caught a big one. Not like a big one. But the coolest catch was a flathead catfish. So there's only two rivers local to me that even have flatheads in them because they're technically considered invasive to the state of Florida. Um, and so they're kind of a rarity around here. I know other parts of the country you can walk down to any little old creek and there's 40 pounders in there. See you, Chris. But yeah, flatheads are not common here. But because most of our river systems don't have them. So, like the Escambia River in Pensacola has them. The Choctawhatchee River here in the Panhandle has them. Other than that, it's only the um, Apalachicola River and then the Ochlockonee River. So there's like only four places you can even catch a flathead in Florida. It's really strange, actually. And so it's hard to catch them even when you fish for them. I used to fish a lot for flatheads. Back when I didn't have a bass boat, I kind of had like a river boat, and I used to fish for Appaloosa's cats all the time. You know, get you a little brim and sit out there on the river all night. Had only a couple of good trips. It's hard to catch them here. So okay, Gunnersville they get caught a lot. Yeah, they're probably more native to that area than here. I know Florida doesn't want flatheads, so like FWC, there's no limit on them. You can keep as many as you want. There's no size, which might be everywhere for all I know. So Shankbait, what's going on, man? So yeah, anytime you see a flathead around here, it's pretty awesome, and their meat is so good. That belly meat, like if you can fillet out the meat on their tummy, it's amazing. Yeah, Shank, we're trying to do some cool stuff here. I'll show you real quick. Some kind of orange throats on the sunfish. When you blend your layers together at the end of pouring, what temperature do you set your hot plate? Yeah, 270. So, Ken Sharpless, thanks for the addiction. My pleasure. My pleasure. Yeah, I like to pour almost everything at 270, and I just find that 270 on the controller, and same goes for my old pancake griddle. 270 just gets them hot enough that they'll boil water off of them, and they just seem to bond all my layers together. As far as how long I leave them on the molds, so for example, these swim baits tonight, I let them get up to temperature, right? And so what I mean by that is I preheated them until they would kind of boil some water off, okay? So I just put a little drop of water, and if the top of the mold kind of boils it off, you're pretty much ready to go. As far as how long to leave them on there, whenever you're done, cut it off. So when I topped off the final color on the last mold, so I poured 10. So when I topped off that 10th bait, they're done. Cut it off, come back an hour later, see if you can open them. So fire craw, oh, Asian carp, oh, that's terrible. I hear those are bad. Fire crawl, my chatterbait. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, fire crawl is a cool color, man. It's really easy and it looks good in everything. It looks good in stuff that isn't even crawfish, worms, frogs, you name it, man. Fire crawl is awesome. Yeah, Florida's getting bad down south. There's two tilapia for every bass in certain areas. Yeah, I mean, golly, what else? Clown knifefish, peacock bass, um, Oscars are overloading a lot of fisheries. It's it's crazy. And then now this Pay Lake farm opened up with freaking arapaimas from South America, from the Amazon. So like, what happens when the next hurricane hits and those ponds flood and those fish get out? Now we have arapaimas in our waterways, which is pretty cool, but not good. Not good. This is not good at all. Not good whatsoever. Our warm climate allows for a lot of that, and then in saltwater, those dang lionfish are taking over everywhere. I dipped my toes into building rods. Yeah, man, I have not built a rod in so long. I built probably 5 or 6, and then kind of didn't need any more rods. I know that's like, I know that sounds like heresy for an angler to say that he doesn't need more rods, but like truly, I was like, man, like do I keep building rods for just content's sake or what? And Mudhole wasn't all that supportive, so that relationship just kind of fell apart. And I didn't just love it. Like building a rod took like half a day. And yeah, they were great. I still have all but one of the rods that I made. They turned out to be super durable, even though I was a total noob, total noob. But their rod kits made it pretty easy. The hard part is obviously the threading. So I would go with the MHX rod blanks. I've only had one break, but I've had one now for. Okay, I don't know how long my first rod build video was, but I still have that same rod, and it's incredible. So, what is a good bait to use in Florida? You're going to be in Milton. Okay, man. I've caught some bass in Milton. Sam Davis, how are you, man? Here's what we're doing tonight. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, Florida's pretty diverse. So, I mean, are you flipping mats with a creature bait or a bug or like it is? That's a hard question to answer. Is so like a lot of people ask me, hey Chris, like what mold should I get? Okay, as a beginner, I get that question almost daily, and I kind of need a little bit more information, right? Like, what style of bait do you like? What's your favorite way to fish? Like me, I'm big on frogs and speedworm type stuff, but maybe someone else is all about a jig and they need a jig trailer. So yeah, that's a hard question to answer. I mean, just when someone says, "Hey, I'm coming to Florida, what bait should I throw?" Man, that could be anything. Marking baits, what's going on, man? Asks, what's your favorite color when fishing? Probably just June bug. Yeah, probably just June bug. Like, give me any bait in June bug, and I usually feel pretty good about it. I'm a beginner, but yeah, man, the MHX blanks are really nice. I think they're really nice. They have some cheaper options, but the difference is noticeable. It's very noticeable. Hi Chris, what is your favorite commercial soft bait company? Ooh, probably Culprit. I just like a culprit worm. They used to have a really good frog called the Pro Frog. Maybe they still have it. I'm not sure, but like if I think back to when I was a boy, you know, my dad first took me fishing when I was young. We were throwing culprit worms, and I've always thought they were still just the best little 7-inch worm. You know, I can pour all my fancy stuff, but culprit worm is still amazing. My 6-inch swim bait mold is doing me wrong. Uh-oh. The nose of the bait is always hollow. Are you probably talking about injection then? If you really want help with the mold, just DM me on either Facebook or Instagram. Send me some pictures of what kind of problem you're having, and we'll talk about it. Hagen says, I've gotten an angling AI injector and action worm mold. Yeah, action worm mold's great. You can nose hook that, and it literally looks like a fluke in the water. Okay, so the action worm is as much of a jerk bait as it is a worm. It's actually really cool, and yeah, man, that AI injector is pretty special. I'm really liking mine. Marking, we should talk sometime. Yeah, hit me up on DM, man. All right, all the baits are out of the molds. Thank the Lord. Move some stuff around. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we're just gonna melt these flashings off real quick. Well, more like just clean up the slots. I know we already did one, but we'll do the others. All right. Yeah, if you're gonna go for shooting star, then none of the injectors are compatible with it, so yeah. Yeah, you're kind of limited to using to using his injector on that one. BK Bates says all those baits came out great. You have a great following, and you are so helpful. Appreciate it, man. Yep. It's what we're here for. Let's see. Have I done the Mardi Gras color? Man, years ago, years and years ago, I think I have a video on it. I've done so many videos now. We've been doing this 9 years, guys. I can't remember what video I've done and what I haven't. Good gosh. I've tried to do everything that can be done, so I guess there's still always one more color left, right? Okay. These are great eyes too. These are like a red sort of long-eared sunfish eye from Dead Meat from Matt. Really cool. Lots of depth to the color. He did a great job on that one. Oh, I don't know if we want to do Florida State colors, man. Those colors won't catch a thing. You're not going to win a tournament on garnet and gold. Not right now. Not this year. And we get to do it all again next year. Is there another way to get a hold of Dead on Plastics? I'm not on Facebook. Is their email not on their website? I feel like it should be. I know that Travis Crossman's personal cell phone number used to be on it. But with their growth over the last few years, he probably took that down. So yeah, I'm not quite sure. Oh, to get a hold of Dead Meat. He's really active on Instagram, but he also has a. Whew, man, that looks good now. He also has a website. Dead Meat Customs does. So you probably there's probably a contact form there. So, yeah. Slick says, I've learned a lot from watching you. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, man. We're not done yet. We've been doing this a long time, but I think we still got a few videos left in us. So, OSU colors, okay. Yeah, dude. I did a video once on some college team colors, and that was really fun. They're always pretty good colors together, you know. Okay. Yeah. Dead Meat should have their contact info on their website, like Johnny says. And Matt's really active on his social medias. You know, that's where all of us really do our work. So you should be able to get a hold of him. Has anybody watched any of season 5 Stranger Things? Crazy, huh? I remember when we started watching that show, those kids were like in elementary school, and now they're like graduating college. It's taken so long for them to make that show. Oh, yeah. Oh, you've never watched that? Oh, you got to do it. Stranger Things is awesome, man. It is just good entertainment. It's set in the 1980s. Yeah. So I was born in '87, and I consider myself lucky to have touched what I think is the greatest era of the human experience, man, the 1980s. Just go look at the culture, go look at the music. Nope, everyone wasn't glued to their phones. It was like the height of human civilization, and it's all been downhill ever since. Yep, so I don't have my orange peel tonight. Um, so yeah, and I'm cheating. I'm using a maraschino cherry, not a true bar cherry. Yeah, I don't have it. However, yeah, Jameson is great. I'm just a Canadian whiskey guy, man. I don't know. I like it better than most true bourbons. But all in all, I shouldn't drink that stuff at all. It's addictive. Yeah, no, Johnny, I do not have the real cherries. They're too bloody expensive, man. It's like $25 for 20 cherries. They're literally like $1 a piece. It's ridiculous. I'm too busy between YouTube and writing a novel. Hey, that's cool, man. That's pretty neat. Johnny, you're right. You're right. This is a poor man's, or not even that. It's I cheated on my old fashioned, but it's still pretty good. Still pretty good. My next door neighbor owns a bartending business, so I get a lot of my stuff from him, um, except for those cherries. He don't let me have the cherries because they're $25 for 20 of them. It's insane. Yeah. What should our next video be, guys? Drop a request. Yeah, that hot sauce video was wild. It got like all these views overseas in like India or something. So it shot up to like 70,000 views. But a lot of those views were in overseas in India. And so they would watch like only 2 minutes of the video. It was crazy. It was crazy. Christmas colors, yeah. Yeah, my son wants me to do a Christmas bait this year. So maybe we can make that happen. Maybe we can do it. Injection bluegill. Ooh. Ooh, man. Tilapia. Are you talking like open bore swim bait tilapia or color wheel cut? Yeah, I want to do the color wheel thing again. Yeah. Oh, a mackerel. Good gosh. You got to give me something easy there, man. Those mackerel are insane. Like all the dots down them. Y'all just think I'm good at this. I ain't that good. Mackerel would be crazy. Spray paint? You mean like an airbrush? Shoot, I don't even have my airbrush anymore. It literally stopped working one day. Like I even took it to John at Jetson Lures when Jetson Eyes was still around, and he was a whiz on those airbrushes, and it was broken somehow. Oh no, I'm not that good. 7-layer in the jerkbait open pour. Whoo! Come on. You know, I did a grouper pattern once. I did a, well, I still call them Jewfish. I did a Jewfish open pour. So I guess Goliath grouper now. A video on how to make your own eyes. So I actually have that video with Jetson Lure Eyes. So John and I from Jetson Lure Eyes did a video on how you can make your own eyes. And there's no way I could do it better by myself. So go check that video out. It's probably 4 years old now. But that's really fun. Let your son pick the color. What? Funny you should ask. Landon did pick the color in my sweet potato pie video. And no, it did not do 1 million views. But if you have an idea for how I can get 1 million views, I'm all ears. I'm all ears. Is that way or the AI mold? But I'm not sure what you're asking me there. Last one, guys, and then we're out of here. Time to go to bed. Oh, eyes. Okay. Two different kind of eyes, right? So the video that I'm referencing shows you how to make like your own actual 3D printed epoxy eyes. The lure eye mold from AI makes a soft plastic eye. Which you can get pretty fancy with it. It's just two completely different things. Done. Where's my lid? I don't know where my lid is. That's a problem. Looking for a green lid, but I can't find it. Thank you, BK Base. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Yeah. All right, well, I can't seem to find my lid, so we'll just set that aside. Okay, we're gonna take this down real quick and flip this around and show y'all kind of what we did. There they are. Oh yeah, there are those worms. Pretty neat. That's that butterscotch laminate. Yeah, you can really see the laminate there. Yep. And then that's sort of a, whatchamacallit, sort of like a moccasin blue. Yeah. But here's what we were doing tonight. Pretty cool. Yeah, James. All right, appreciate it, man. Could you use the triple injection on the color wheel? Probably. Yeah, remelt videos are fun. Those are some of my most viewed videos, but what worked 5 years ago may not work now. Okay, we'll keep that at an arm's length. Yeah, so there it is. That's what we were up to this evening. So yeah, we've got those and some worms on the table. Yeah. But other than that, not a lot. We do not have a lot on the table from this week. So, yeah, aren't those eyeballs crazy? That's crazy good on that eyeball. So, yeah. There it is. All right, well, we are coming up on an hour, so I appreciate y'all hanging out tonight. And we'll see you in the next live stream and hopefully the next regular long form video. So hit the notification bell or else YouTube won't even show it to you because YouTube kind of sucks. And I'll say that right here on YouTube. Devin, appreciate it so much, man. Yeah. Yeah, keep practicing and your hand pouring will be every bit as good as you want it to be. It just takes practice, right? It's all it is. Practice and passion. So we are going to lay this down and sign off for the night. Y'all take it easy. See you in the next video.